So you have to push back and try to make it search more, or you can also tell this is the company that I'm interested in if you know about it already, right? You can push it in that direction. Hi, my name is Apurva Misra.
Hi, I am Anand, her father.
And this series is about teaching AI to my parents. I think we are very close to the 20th episode in this series. So, what I wanted to focus on in this episode was what are the drawbacks of using this technology? So, from the beginning, we went over the basics like what is AI, what are the AI models, how they're trained, why data is really important. Then we went over like a bunch of AI tools and how you use them for like different use cases. But in today's episode, I want to focus on the drawbacks because you have to keep this in mind when you're using these AI tools, like how you have to review the output, just not accept whatever it's telling you. You can like, if it gives you an output, please like question that output, you can have a discussion with the AI. You can make it question its own opinion as well. But like always be skeptical about the output that it has given you and just not accept it and start using it in your workflow, whatever you're trying to do. Depends on the use case. One of the issues with using this technology is because it was like, if you remember, like I was telling you about how it's trained on all the data out there on the internet. What happens is, first of all, it's trained on all the data out there on the internet that was in its like training data when it was getting trained. Second of all, it has access to this tool called web search. So if it has to find anything about the latest stuff that's happening, like what's happening in the elections in India, what is happening in the US with the tariffs and stuff, it'll go do web searches for the latest news. So it has this tendency to make something which is already popular more popular. It just adds onto it. And why that happens is like because it has this training data cutoff. It was trained till like August of 2025. So it knows till like anything that has happened till that point. But beyond that, it doesn't know anything. The only way it can access that is when it's doing a web search.
Say again the date. You said August 25.
So that's just an example. But these models generally have like a cutoff date of like 4 months ago or something.
But they must be refreshing it.
Yeah, they try to. There is a couple of months gap between like each model coming out, depending on which company it is, and they have like a cutoff of like a couple of months ago. They know only till that point, and the only way they can access the latest information is through web searches. Whatever they already know, they would, for example, if you ask them for like air conditioning recommendation, okay, it'll tell you like whatever are the 4 or 5 popular companies which was in the training data. If it goes and does web searches, it'll find whatever the ones which have the best SEO. People talk about AEO as well. That is AI engine optimization, like how you can optimize a website for these AI searches happening. But anyways, it'll still pull up the ones which are popular from the ranking of all the URLs. So if a company was made like last, they haven't figured out stuff. They're still like, they have a website, they have everything that's supposed to be there, but it wouldn't pick that up when it's giving you recommendation. Because if you remember like any answer that we looked at in the past videos, whenever we asked it a question, it would be like a certain length, right? It wouldn't give you like, there are 35 recommendations. You can look at them. It would be like top 5 recommendation, check them out. Or if you want to explore more, you go click on a button.
But in case I have got time and I go for intensive search and all, so maybe that might take care of.
Exactly. So you have to push back and try to make it search more, or you can also tell this is the company that I'm interested in if you know about it already, right? You can push it in that direction. There is a diagram that I wanted to show you all that AI generated, but it's just explaining this phenomenon, right? Like you have a lot of like all the content, a lot of information going in when these models are trained, and now it's giving you a bunch of outputs whenever you ask it a question. So it just focuses on like what were repeated multiple times, right? So if people kept saying Bangalore is a city, it knows Bangalore is a city. If someone said Bangalore is a toy, it would figure like 20 times people said Bangalore is a city and Bangalore is not a toy. So it must be a city. So it looks at the most popular, like how many times it was repeated, how many times I saw it in the training data. And then the other thing is like in the web search, like did it show up or not? And that is what it shows to you. So anything new that has come up.
So in a way, AI is also something like democratic country or a democratic political system. Majority gets the go.
Yeah. That's a nice way of putting it. I didn't think about that. But yes, popular is the way to go, and that's what it keeps pushing for. So it's a never-ending cycle. It just like makes something popular more popular, and a lot of companies are getting advantage of this. At least that's what I've heard in like the technical field. For example, if I'm looking as an engineer and as an AI engineer, if I'm looking for certain library, a technical library, if it's more popular, it would suggest that to me whenever I'm coding. instead of the new ones that come out. And coding, like the landscape changes so quickly. The new ones are so much better, more advanced, more secure. But look at the ones which are older, which it saw in its training data. This is
But I hope so. There is no bias in this thing. If they are intentionally through an algorithm trying to push or give advantage to certain people or some companies as compared to the others. Like I have heard a lot about various websites and all where this that prepare. I hope so. AI it is not there.
That's a very good question. As these companies are introducing advertisements in their systems, they're talking about introducing advertisements, and some of them have introduced as well. People are worried about this. Like, are you going to push bias that answer based on the advertisement you're showing me and stuff? So at least till now, I haven't heard about these cases. It's like, it's just the training data bias. Whatever the training data bias is the model, that's the only bias there. The company is not introducing anything, but we cannot be too sure. Maybe that's happening. We don't know. The other point I wanted to talk about was, so this was about the popularity and what it sees and what it shows you. Just be a bit more skeptical. The other issue with this technology is the average. So like I was saying, it sees, it tries to give you the average of everything. And what I mean by this is, I'll show you an example actually, instead of like trying to explain. Let me share my screen again. So this is an image of me on the left side holding a hot chocolate cup. What happened was I asked, this is, I think, a year ago. It was becoming very popular to generate like Ghibli style images with ChatGPT. So I put my image in there. It generated a very good image, but it put my ring on the ring finger instead of the middle finger. And why it did so was it saw in its training data people wear the ring on the ring finger and not on the middle finger. So I am the weirdo who does that. So it conveniently switched my ring from the middle finger to the ring finger because
it went with the majority finger.
Yeah, exactly. It saw it happen so many times, and if it sees an edge case like me, a person who does something different, it would just like take it to the average of like what it saw in its training data, right? So that's one example. And this happens, this is just one modality. This is the image modality. I asked it to generate an image, but this applies to all the modalities. Doesn't matter video, doesn't matter text. It will be harder to show it in text. It's like so visual with the image. That's why I wanted to show it to you in the image form. But if we go back to ChatGPT, I generated a bunch of examples actually. So for example, I asked it to generate an image of an Indian origin man on a bike going to work. So think about it. Like if you don't look at the image, like what information have I given from just the prompt? I'm hiding the image right now, but you guys see the image. I'm hiding the image from him. Like what information am I giving?
A person, Indian by origin, going for his work, office work.
On a bike, right?
On a bike, yeah.
That's it. And like if you look at the image, it added more details. Do you see the bike number? We are from India, so like we know the bike number. It's Karnataka.
Okay.
If you look at the road signs, Outer Ring Road, Marathonli, and if you look at the bus, ITPL, like it took an image from Bangalore, and it generated an image for Bangalore.
Yeah, because you must have asked the question while located in Bangalore. That's how it has picked up
That
location.
could have been the case, or also it could have been the case that it's whenever it saw like anyone who talks about work, it's more like the traffic about like work is coming more from Bangalore in its training data. Like there are more, like I would say, white collar workers, or maybe like software engineers, more of them in Bangalore. More, and I think they generate more data on the internet that it sees, and that's why it took up like a person in Bangalore as an example. So I didn't say I didn't put any detail. It just like generated this average example. So this is like we guessing like it was in its training data. It saw more of this happening. Like if it thinks about like an Indian origin man going for work, it just assumes it must be in Bangalore. Someone is going for work. And
now obviously it would have taken any of the metro cities because those are the places office goers go by bike and all.
Yeah. So the other image I asked it to generate an image of a North American man going to work. This wasn't very detailed. It was just a car, and then you see a skyline in the background. You cannot make much out of the skyline. I think it's kind of like New York, but
they've tried to show skyscrapers like a North American city, typical North American city.
So I asked it to just add more details. I still didn't like suggest anything. I'm not making any suggestions. And like it added more details, which is so interesting. So what it did was, if you zoom in a bit, so if you look at the newspaper, it says stock rally, I think Dow That's what it's talking about. Dow hits record high. So Dow Jones, it's talking about the stock index. It hits record high. So it put a newspaper there, and I don't know how many times in the newspaper we talk about the stocks, and it added a headline about the stocks.
Oh.
So this is the average that it came up with. And now if let me start a new chat and say generate of a Canadian man going to work. That's what generated all the images before, because it takes a while.
So basically, one can make out easily it is totally database oriented, whatever the images are being generated. And based on your query, your location, it is amalgam of two things.
Yes.
And that's what it is trying to give you
Yes.
the image there.
And your memories. So I think we'll talk about this more in the next video about memories. But it depends. If you have selected on the settings, like it can look at your other chats, it would refer to them as well. Like it might know I visit Bangalore frequently because my parents live there. So it generated the new image, and you remember this.
Yeah, Toronto based.
Yeah, the CN Tower. Every journey begins with one step. Then you have the dustbin. You have the buses. I think that's a tram. Yeah.
Snow, Canadian flag.
Yes, very Canadian. And CN. So it conveniently placed the person in Toronto. So you can do this with a lot of images, and you can see the bias. The other thing I wanted to talk about was these models. So these are all the negatives, but these models are improving every single day. So for example, the image that I was talking about earlier, I was testing it out today, and it fixed it. It put the ring on the correct finger. Also, these are negatives. They are there, but they are working on fixing them. But it would always be there because the data is biased, right? Humans are also biased. All of us are biased in one form or another. So it's always going to be there, but the companies are working on improving the models. So even if it doesn't work the way you expect it to today, maybe it'll work tomorrow or the next week. So always keep checking these tools again and again for your use case and see how it goes.
Good enough.
So I hope you find this useful. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please like, share, subscribe. Please share it with somebody who will find it useful. And please comment about any new technology or tools that we want to cover in the AI space. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.